Hey, what's up everyone? DREAGEN here with
Ashley.
and we are doing another trailer reaction, this one for trailer 2 for Alien Covenant. They just released that whole prologue, the Last Supper clip, and now we've got a whole other trailer. So I saw the little thumbnail for it, so I know that we're seeing an alien in this one. So
Yeah.
let's see what the context of the alien is. So let's go ahead and check it out.
You've all sacrificed so much to be here and be a part of this thing we're doing.
Love that shot.
This crew is made up of couples. It's the first ever large-scale colonization mission. And everyone back on Earth is really grateful for your hard work and your courage. We're making history here.
They in Middle Earth. No.
This is weird. What are the odds of finding human vegetation this far from Earth?
Who planted it?
Those things again.
You hear that?
What?
Nothing. No birds. No animals. Nothing. What happened here?
Wow.
That's what happened.
Sure, he's fine.
I need you back here right now. I need you.
Just calm down, sweetheart. Calm down.
Tell me to stop, bro.
You're
What
breaking
was
up.
that? Oh.
Ooh.
Wait, alien?
All of this is to start our new life.
Oh.
Where is it?
Yo!
Holy.
Oh. Yikes. Well.
Well, I guess Ridley's kind of abandoning his initial plan for the original Alien. They never really show the alien.
Yeah.
Always keep it hidden. What you don't see is far more scary than what you do see. This thing's in broad daylight smashing its head against the windshield. It's like, no.
It's weird to see it in daylight at all.
Well, again, when I saw that little the thumbnail, because I saw the trailer was up, and I was like, oh, well, just in case if there was some, speculation that maybe the alien we
Yeah.
saw wasn't really an alien, but we just saw a little bit kind of look. No, that was a straight up
Yeah.
excuse me, xenomorph.
Get it right.
Get it right, get it tight. No, shut the hell up, you idiot.
I didn't even have to say it.
I figured I'd beat you to the punch. That's why we're married. But no, but it's weird. Like it looks a lot more like action oriented than I thought it would be, because the trailer prior to this, not the Last Supper clip, but the trailer it still felt very much more in the vein of Alien, and yes, and it still does. I mean, Alien had action moments.
Yeah.
But seems to be a lot more like, I mean, again, it's almost like it's jumping on the ship, it's trying to bring it on, and this is one alien, and this one alien...
I mean, we're assuming it's one, right?
Well, you saw the white thing, and I know the white things are explained, and thank you, by the way, when we did our Alien Covenant trailer one reaction, some of you guys explained to me that the thing that was actually coming out of the guy's back was another kind of creature called the Neomorph, which is going to be an alternate...
Because I remember seeing, I guess in some concept art for Prometheus, they had something like that or something. I don't know.
It was like a scrap
some
thing.
sort of alien concept art.
Well, Prometheus...
For a white one.
Yeah, well, Prometheus was initially going to be a legit Alien prequel, and then Ridley wanted to kind of do something a bit more, removed from it.
Yeah.
It's still in the same universe, but kind of its own thing. So honestly, I'm looking at this and I'm wondering how much of this is just brand new versus basically stuff maybe from like draft one of the script that he dusted off, and now Alien Covenant might have kind of been the skeleton for what, or built off the skeleton of what initially what Prometheus was going to be before he decided to do his own thing, and then the studio was just like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and go the Alien route again, But it's interesting too because I'm seeing a lot more echoes of Prometheus. Ironically enough, in this film, where they obviously the wheat, who planted that here? Well, obviously we know that Earth was kind of made the way it was by the engineer, so it stands to reason there are other Earth-like planets out there because of the engineers. But when they're in the ship where they find the eggs, if you notice it, like the architecture, like kind of the design, the interior is very much like the derelict spaceship that you see in original Alien, but it doesn't have all the biomechanical walls. Yeah. Because there was always wondering, okay, is that because the aliens, like I said, or was it that I don't know, I don't want to say the art design, but like the way the ship was constructed by the engineers. Yeah. And now seeing that, you realize that it's the same model ship, but the reason why it looked the way it did in Aliens because the aliens had already kind of because in Aliens it's explained that all that stuff is they secrete that. It's kind of how they make their hive. Yeah. So because you see the shape of the walls, it looks the same, but it doesn't have the weird like bony look to it. Yeah. Because the aliens haven't like colonized that ship. They're haven't, I guess, broken out and infested it yet and kind of converted it. So it's interesting to see now the way the ship is supposed to look before the aliens get up on it. But yeah, I guess the neomorphs are something different. And I'm curious to see, but it looked like the facehuggers like jumping around. Like there's a lot more action than I was expecting. Even when I was kind of confirmed that there was going to be xenomorphs in this, I didn't think it was going to be so heavily action-packed. And I'm assuming there's one in the movie, right? Well, one xenomorph.
That's
and then
the assumption.
Maybe one xenomorph and one neomorph.
Unless they're going all out.
Again, I'm assuming there's just one, but that one was like, holy shit. But
he's making it for numbers.
Well, yeah, he's making up. Basically, he's like Aliens, and I mean, he was like, I'm gonna it's like pull over, scariest traffic cop ever. But no, I don't know. It was a lot more action than I expected. Granted, those could be just the last few shots of the movie, but still, it's again. There's no like subterfuge or like we're going to keep the alien really hitting. Because remember what I even said before in the initial trailer reaction was that, well, it looks like a xenomorph, but it might still have a different design. And they're just giving us enough of the stuff just to kind of tease. Oh, but then you'll see the whole thing and you're like, oh, it's not quite there yet. No, that's it. That thing was nasty though. You saw it, I was like, it was fucking mean looking.
It was excited to play.
Yeah, and it was clearly the design from the original 79 Alien. So it's weird seeing that alien so spry because that one was very kind of
I was thinking that,
hidden, and when you see it would be very slow
it was the
moving.
Dude in the suit.
Well, no, they were all
and now they're not like locked into that.
Well, that and Cameron even said that he hired a lot of like Cirque du Soleil type actors or acrobat, and put them on wires a lot. So even though you didn't see them very clearly, when you saw the aliens, they were jumping and moving quick. So you got used to seeing that design being fast, and the original one very kind of slow. So now it's weird to see the original design kind of moving like
one of the second.
Yeah, a little bit more spry, but whatever. It's 2017. They're going to have to up it for a modern audience.
I was going to say, I think it might be like if they, if they did something similar to the first movie, I wonder if people would be like, why is this movie so boring?
But my only concern with that, though, and it was something ironic enough I said when we watched the Last Supper clip, whereas like I was like, well, I like how the aesthetic of the ship looks like it belongs. It doesn't, even though it's happening before, they're not taking advantage of the new technology and making it look more high. Like, I know, and again, I'm not one of those guys who want to beat up the Star Wars prequels, but again, you look at the first three movies, and they look much more high-tech, and I get you could argue it was before the Empire, maybe, but still, everything is a lot shinier in those movies than you see the original trilogy, and it's like, wow, it looks like a step down tech-wise. And I was concerned that maybe they were going to do something like this here was going to look a lot less, or more like, ooh. But I'm glad to see that, okay, with that being said, with the Xenomorph, you watch the 79 film, and again, it's very slow.
Yeah.
You don't see it move a lot. It's hidden a lot in the dark, and that's supposed to be our first time seeing that creature. But now that this takes place before, and you're seeing the same kind of alien, and it's jumping around and doing backflips and whatever, it's going to be kind of like, okay, you watch that, and then you watch 79, it's like, well, the last time we saw it, it was really, like, in your face. But whatever, I get it. At the same time, you have to realize that while it takes place before... Why am I doing air quotes for that?
I don't know.
It's become like a thing. I just do it without even realizing. But at the same time, you have to acknowledge the fact that it's still being made now, and you have to take into account the audience that's going to go see it. So in the 70s, you could make a film that was slower. 2017, you got to kind of pick up the pace. But, whatever. I'm not worried about that. But again, it's cool. It's cool. But I'm more interested now in seeing the Neomorph.
Yeah.
Because obviously this is going to be...
Well, and what kind of role is it going to play? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and there's kind of two separate... They're similar, but they're still two separate predatory aliens. Like, are they going to be competing with each other?
Well, that's what I wonder.
I'm wondering...
Are they going to be after each other?
I'm wondering if there's going to be a showdown, and maybe at the end of the film, it's the Xenomorph and that's why you don't see, Neomorphs later on in the movies, because two species kind of competing for the same biological niche, and one will, outclass the other. You know what I mean? Real quick, I want to say I like how they say when they go to the planet, it looks beautiful, it looks paradise, but there's no animals. And I've always said, well, it makes sense that the Xenomorphs were engineered and not natural, because the way they reproduce, if they exist on any planet, they'll just take over the whole planet. Like, they can't really exist within an ecosystem. So I like how there's no animals in this world. They all would have been killed or, been turned into, Xenomorphs. But anyway, so I don't know. I like it.
It's definitely interesting.
Yeah, but they had my money the second I heard they were doing it. So this is again. But now I'm like, oh shit, they did show a lot in this one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to say another trailer, but the movie's still far enough away where we will get another trailer. So I'm kind of like, God, try to focus maybe more on characters. I don't want to give. I don't really want to know more about the Neomorph. Ironically, I kind of would like that to be a surprise for the movie, because for better or for worse, I know what the Xenomorph is. Obviously, we all do.
Yeah.
The Neomorph is new territory, so I wouldn't mind being able to go to this movie and be surprised and learn something new.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what did you guys think? Again, I know the last time we did the Alien Covenant trailer, the first one, a few of you were saying, no, you want more Prometheus. You don't want it to be another Alien movie. You've seen Alien. It's been done to death. That maybe Prometheus, with something fresh, something different.
Yeah.
Seeing these... I mean, it still looks like an alien movie, but there are more elements of Prometheus in there. Obviously, how the planet came to be is clearly the engineers. Does that make you guys, now who wanted to be more Prometheus, feel better about this movie? Or does it still feel like just kind of like a cheap little handoff when it's overwhelmingly an alien movie? And for those of you who are happy that's an alien movie, are you ecstatic now from this trailer, or do you think it showed too much? Give us some of your thoughts. As always, check out her channel. I'll leave a link in the description section below, so we got some new big games we've just started now, so for some good Let's Play videos, so that'll be fun. And if you haven't already, please subscribe here and leave some comments. Let us know what you think. We'll catch you in the next one, guys. Peace.
Peace.